celebrating the hard work and determination of our area athletes. This is The Score on WQAD News 8.
Good evening and welcome to The Score Sunday. We're in the heart of basketball season, and this week was filled with a lot of rivalries on the high school and college level. Coming up tonight, we'll show you my major moments in sports this week, where we highlight a special guest who made an appearance in the Quad Cities. Our FCA Stir of the Week will feature a wrestler from Rockridge High School who is a defending state champion. We'll hear about his passion for the sport and staying present in the moment. And a longtime head coach makes the decision to step down after 18 years as the top of the football program at North Scott. Hear from Coach Kevin Tippett and why he made the decision later on The Score Sunday. But first, we'll start tonight with a girls basketball team who's had a great start to the season and picked up some big-time wins. The Central DeWitt girls had a big win over North this week and Pleasant Valley. 2 strong wins over 2 strong programs and an undefeated record. We're joined by some of the Sabres now to talk about the season so far. I'm here with Lauren Walker and Ava Putman. Hi, guys. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. So first of all, you guys are undefeated on the season. Just how has it been having that start to the season? And could you guys tell that you guys had a strong group this year?
Yeah, I think that this year coming into the season, we were just really confident in the group, like you said we had. We have a lot of returners from last year, and I feel like we're finally not a young team anymore. We're kind of older. We have a lot of juniors and then seniors. So I feel like coming into the season, it was just confidence. And so, yeah, this week was a huge week for us.
Yeah, I feel like growing up together, it helped us a lot. And we knew, coming into it, we'd be a small team, but that's why our freshman, Audie Fulsang, helps us a lot because how tall she is, so.
Yeah, and, being undefeated, means you're undefeated in the MAC as well. Just how has it been playing in that conference? You guys have some tough opponents that you have to go up against.
Yeah. We have a lot of competition, and the games we had this week were crazy. They're 2 great teams, and so is Bendorf. That'll be a good game for us. So it's fun playing them, and it's good that we have that competition.
Yeah, the MAC is such a strong conference, and this year there are so many athletes that are just really good, and you have to come into every game because you don't know what's going to happen, because someone can have a great night and carry their team to a big win. So it's just coming into these games, being confident. But we always talk about not being cocky, just be confident. So I feel like just confidence, yeah.
Yeah, and this was a big week for you guys. I know, Ava, you mentioned that. You guys picked up wins over North and Pleasant Valley, too. Really good programs. Just how were those moments for you guys? And I guess did it solidify you guys? Are like, yeah, we have a lot of confidence. We're, a great team this year.
Yeah, I feel like we knew that we could win these games and compete with these teams. We just really had to prove it to people, and those are those two are great teams, great coaches, great players on those teams. So it's always fun playing them, and then just coming into this week and getting a huge win. It's just really fun.
Yeah, I think we really proved ourselves, and it just shows that we can really play with anyone.
Yeah, and I know I talked to you guys about this when you came here. So the North game this week, did you guys know that LSU head coach Kim Mulkey was going to be there?
Well, we heard stuff about it. We weren't sure if it was true, and so it was crazy though that she was actually there. It's crazy playing in front of her, but yeah.
Yeah, we were warming up, and she walked in, and she was kind of on the same side as us as where we were warming up, and there's cameras everywhere, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Kim Mulkey is here at our game. So we just went to the locker room, and we were all like, okay, let's take a deep breath. The pressure isn't on us tonight, but let's just have a lot of fun, because in the environment, all the fans, the student sections, everything, it was just such a fun game, so.
Yeah, and, and getting the win there with her there, too, was that probably, I know the season's really early, but is that probably going to be a big moment you take away?
Oh, for sure. I think, out of all the games I've ever played, I think that's in the top of one of the most fun games I've ever played in.
That'll definitely be something we remember for a while.
Forever.
Yeah, I bet. And like you said, the atmosphere there was crazy, because I was there that night and just playing with that. And again, like you guys said, the competition in the MAC. Playing teams like that, does that make you better as a team?
Yeah, it's just so better. Even if you come in and don't win, it's just you're playing against such good girls. But then when you come in and win that game, as a team, that's just such a confidence builder for everyone on the team. We talk about the girls on the court, we talk about the girls on the bench, and it's just that energy. Everyone had energy that night, and going into any game, it's hey, we can really compete with anybody, so.
Yeah, that competition I think really gets us ready for regionals, which is really important. So, yeah.
Yeah, and as, team captains, just how proud are you of your fellow teammates so far for the start you guys are having?
Yeah, I'm really proud. I think we've been playing great as a team. Like, everyone's been doing good. If someone's having an off game, like, someone else steps up, and it's just been great.
Yeah, I'm just so proud of all the girls on the team. I mean, we have at DeWitt, we don't have a lot of numbers, but when everyone does, the girls that do come out, they work so hard, and we all just play together. And we always talk about we play the right way. We play so well as a team. And like Ava said, when someone has an off night, someone else picks them up, or if someone's missing shots, we all still have confidence in that girl that she's going to knock one down. And I think that's just such a big part in how we play.
Yeah, and okay, Lauren, so you've been having a great season so far. I think you're averaging like 29 points a game, which is that's insane.
Yeah.
Just how have you seen your confidence sort of grow over the years and now, your senior year?
Yeah, it's crazy first time I'm a senior. I mean, I still talk about the days I feel like I was just a little freshman playing, and I feel like I've been here for forever now. It's getting a long time, but I love it. But yeah, I just feel like confidence, again, is I've just come into these games and I'm like, hey, I can shoot the ball, like I can get to the hoop, and I have great teammates around me. They have so much confidence in me. My coaches do, which is huge. Like, without their confidence, I would not be the player that I am. And these girls, when it comes down to big plays, they get me the ball. They want me to shoot the ball. They're like, Lauren, you got this. So it's just the players around me, the coaches that I have that really help me have success. So
yeah, and what does it mean to you to have that support system and for you guys to be close like that, to, build each other up as you're going?
Yeah, no, I love these girls so much. And they're just there for me all the time. We go through bad games and they're still there for you. You go through good games, like even when you score 30+ points a game, there's never a girl who's ever jealous. They're just so proud of you, and it's just so fun to be in that environment. I just love these girls to death. I'm gonna miss them so much.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming on the show today, and congrats on the great season so far. I'm excited to see, how you guys finish up for the year. I'm very excited, so thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you.
you.
Coming up on The Score, a special visitor. We talked about her a little bit, but LSU head coach Kim Mulkey comes to town to support one of her future Tigers. Hear from Mulkey about her visit to the Quad Cities next on The Score Sunday. It's time for this week's Miners Major Moments. Each week I pick major moments in sports locally to the Quad Cities and nationally. Our first moment has to do with a certain Louisiana coach that was in the area this week. LSU women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey was in the Quad Cities to support her future Tiger, Divine Burridge. Mulkey went to the Central DeWitt North girls basketball game on Tuesday night to watch Divine play. Burridge is a 2025 LSU commit. She's in her senior season at North and is one of 2 players who've committed to a D1 school. Mulkey says she's happy to come to Davenport and support her future Tiger.
The position she plays was the first thing. We need a perimeter player. She can handle the point guard position. She can play the off guard. I'm just going to enjoy that she's going to be an LSU Tiger. This was an opportunity this week. We're off because of finals, and so myself and 3 coaches, we hopped a plane, and here we are.
Divine signed her letter of intent last month. She'll play for LSU next year. Our next moment takes us out to Rocky Fieldhouse, where we saw another chapter in a big rivalry. Moline and Rock Island had their rivalry basketball game this week. It's one of the biggest rivalries in the state of Illinois, dating back to 1901. Rock Island beat Moline on Friday, tying the all-time series up at 151 wins each team's way. The 83-71 win pushed Rock Island to a 7-0 record, the team happy with the rivalry win and staying undefeated on the season.
When you want to play for a conference title, which is one of our goals this year, you got to defend your home floor. And credit Moline. I mean, they're such a good, talented team, and Coach Taylor does such a good job. We knew that our hands were full, and fortunately for us, we got some good breaks. We had some guys that made some tough plays, and we were able to come out of here with a W.
Oh yeah, it definitely feels good. Came out with a lot of energy, ready to play. It definitely was a great win from all of our teams. Played well as a team.
The win pushes Rock Island to a 3-0 record in the Western Big Six. Our next major moment is another rivalry, except this one is for the state of Iowa. We had 2 Cyhawk games this week. Let's start with the women's side. The Iowa women's basketball team facing off with Iowa State. The Hawkeyes come out on top over the Cyclones 75-69. Audie Crooks had a big night for Iowa State, the sophomore putting up 31 points and 10 rebounds. Lucy Olsen racked up 25 points for the Hawkeyes, and with Sydney Afalter looking like herself again, and Hannah Stolke also in double figures. The Hawkeyes earned Jan Jensen her first Cyhawk win as head coach. Our next major moment is the other Cyhawk game this week between the men's basketball teams. The Hawkeyes had all starters in double figures, Owen Freeman leading the way with 16 points. But Iowa State proved to be too much and won the game 89-80. Curtis Jones's 23 points off the bench led the third-ranked Cyclones to the victory. Iowa head coach Fran McCaffrey says his team played well at the start, but there were spots they struggled, and that's why Iowa State won the Cyhawk game.
I thought we responded well. Kids played great early. You know, got to be able to do a better job on the glass.
Our last major moment deals with Caitlin Clark adding another accolade to her long list. Clark is named the Times Athlete of the Year. She's the first player from the WNBA to earn the honor and only the second basketball player to get it alongside LeBron James. It was a historic year all around for Clark, and she describes it the same way. Finishing up her college career, she led Iowa to its second national title game in a row. Clark was the Naismith Player of the Year and the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, and of course, made waves in the WNBA. CC took the Fever to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. She was named WNBA Rookie of the Year after breaking several records like the single game and season record for assists and points for a rookie. With this honor, she joins a list of other notable athletes, including Simone Biles, Lionel Messi, and Aaron Judge. That's it for this week's Miners Major Moments. FCA is next on The Score. We'll follow the story of a defending wrestling state champion and his passion for the sport. That's next on The Score Sunday. A Rockridge High School senior sees the view from the top as a state champion wrestler. But Jude Finch's right moves include experiencing all he can during those precious moments in high school. Here's FCA's Dan Pearson.
This is one high schooler who cannot get enough.
You want to be the best, you gotta make the right choices, I guess.
Part of the reason Jude Finch is in position to defend a state wrestling championship, that body of work. A true generalist in life, but also tremendously talented and focused when the whistle blows.
He's always going to be a battler no matter what. And no matter who he's going to wrestle, he's going to go out there and battle and do what he knows how to do and get after it every time.
I'd say conditioning, #1. You got to be able to wrestle for 6 minutes, like full on, full going. But currently I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. Coming out of football is a little rusty, but weight too. Maintaining weight, eating healthy, just staying in shape, working hard in the room every day.
Jude Finch is also coming off a first-team All-State football season. He plays offensive and defensive lineman. And remember, his wrestling weight is 132 pounds.
We encourage that with all the kids. Be multi-sport athletes. It's good for you. It keeps your focus off of, that one main sport.
Now it's safe to say that Finch is a generalist. He's good at everything from sports to activities around school, like FCA, and he's also into the arts, and that may be his career path.
Miss D, she got me painting my sophomore year, which I've always kind of had a little art thing, but she really wanted me to start learning how to paint. And first of all, I paint like landscapes and cityscapes. That's kind of my only two things. But like for the cityscapes at least, it's really, I wouldn't say it's dark, but it's gloomy, and you can tell that there's something a little wrong with the city. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's a different kind of thing that I do.
It's amazing to watch him work at that and then also know that he can go out and thump somebody on the wrestling mat.
Jude Finch taking in all he can in high school, encouraging others to join the club.
I think it really helps being a part of, FCA especially. You get to grow with God and learn about that. We come together every time. Football, just being active and doing sports, not just sports either, just being active is good for you.
Jude Finch making it better. This spring he will compete in track for the first time.
Some people don't believe that I can't run a 5-minute mile, and I'm banking to say I can.
With the FCA Story of the Week, I'm Dan Pearson.
Coming up next on The Score, the Mercy One Genesis Shootout. We're less than a week away from the annual Iowa versus Illinois Shootout. All the details next on The Score Sunday. Big news over at North Scott. A longtime head coach has stepped down after 27 years as a Lancer. Kevin Tippett announces he's stepping down as head coach of the Lancer football program. He was head coach for 18 years, but at North Scott for 27. Tippett led his team to 17 straight playoff appearances. Those playoff trips turned into 8 quarterfinals, 3 semifinals, and 1 state championship. Tippett says he couldn't have done any of it alone. He says he's been blessed working with a great staff and great kids.
You try and put, 18 years as head coach and 27 years of being here as a coach into words, and it's more emotional than anything. The relationships you built with kids, your coaching staff, the people you work with every day, our community is phenomenal. And supporting us not only with
Zero
what we
regrets
need
right
to
now.
be successful, but just the support you see is how we travel. So it's wanting to make sure. How do you put it 27 years into words?
Congrats to Coach Tippett on his long run with the Lancers. Former Bettendorf Bulldog and St. Ambrose assistant coach has been named head coach of Central Michigan. Matt Drinkle has been named the 30th head football coach of the Chippewas. Drinkle, most recently the offensive coordinator for Army, helping them to an 11-1 season and a conference title. But his football coaching career started at his alma mater, Bettendorf High School. Drinkle was the defensive backs and wide receivers coach. He helped the Bulldogs to a 13-0 season and a state championship. He found himself back in the Quad Cities as the offensive coordinator at St. Ambrose from 2008 to 2014. And now the former Bulldog is excited to land this coaching job at Central Michigan.
Beyond excited about that. To the football alumni, I am here making managerial decisions for your football program. For the current players, this is your program. I am here to serve you. That is what the staff will do.
Congrats to the Bettendorf alum, Matt Drinkle. Local high school student athletes continue to make their college choices official. The next school that is ready to celebrate is at Bettendorf. 6 Bulldogs are ready to take their talents into the college ranks. 4 of them will be competing at the Division I level. They will be participating in a variety of sports like football, swimming, rowing, wrestling, softball, and esports. An exciting time for all involved.
Every time we went on a visit, it felt like we were at home. I didn't feel out of place like some other places, but yeah, the team's super welcoming and just, great opportunity not too far from home.
Iowa State was the choice for me because I really liked the team there and the coaches, and they have a great engineering program, which I'm planning to major in.
It's just cool to look back and see all those hard early morning practices at 5:20 when you don't really want to be there. It all kind of ended up working out, and I get to go to school I really wanted to go to.
To see where all the Bulldogs are heading, just head over to WQAD.com. We are less than a week away from the Mercy One Genesis Shootout in Rock Island. The annual event pairs up teams from the Illinois and Iowa side to face off. The press conference was held where all of the coaches from the Western Big Six and the MAC spoke about the shootout. 8 of the coaches actually played in it when they were high school basketball players. The event will take place at the Carver Center on Augustana's campus. There will be 7 games from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. The coaches all excited to get to December 21st for an annual event they all cherish.
It means a lot. It's a celebration of basketball in the Quad Cities. That's kind of what I've always viewed this as. And I've been on both sides of the river too. And so you get a chance to get a feel from both sides. But ultimately, the affiliations, the schools, the programs. It's amazing how the Quad City mixes so well.
It's pretty special. The event was awesome, and it just has a lot of lifetime memories that I've made. I got to compete against some of my relatives in this event. We've had a lot of family members that would come and watch, and so I know how special this event is. And so to be head coach in this position now, it's really cool. I'm looking forward to our guys making some of those lifetime memories as well.
We will have full coverage of the Mercy One Genesis Shootout right here on WQAD on December 21st. Time to announce this week's Midwest Technical Institute Score Standout nominees. We'll start with Lauren Walker from Central DeWitt. The senior had 29 points in the win over North and put up 19 in the Sabres win over Pleasant Valley. Here are the rest of the Midwest Technical Institute Score standouts. Lawson Zulu from Rock Island. He had 25 points in the Rocks rivalry win over Moline. Cameron Brown from Orion. She had 21 points against Monmouth Roseville for her 4th 20-point game this season. And Ryland Carton from Sherrard. He had a double-double this week with 36 points and 10 rebounds. You can vote for this week's Score Standout nominees by visiting WQAD.com. The poll will be on the sports page and the score page. You have until Wednesday at noon to cast your vote, with each week's winner being featured on Off the Cuff.
Time to go off the cuff with this week's Midwest Technical Institute Score Standout winner. It's Lejah Angel, a senior here at Kewanee-Wethersfield High School. And Lejah, what does it mean to you to be a Score Standout winner?
I'm very thankful for getting it. I want to thank my coaches and my teammates. It's an honor. I've never been on this before, so I'm very happy and very grateful.
So besides basketball, what other sports do you play?
I play basketball and volleyball.
Volleyball. So which of those two do you enjoy the most?
I love basketball.
And why?
Ever since I was a little girl, my dad was always the standout in the town, and he just inspired me to be it. And ever since then, I've been training with my coach that's actually in the Quad Cities, and his name's TL, and we've been doing that. And then I just got more interested, and then I just took off from there.
So when you're not playing sports, what are the hobbies that you like to do?
I love baking and hanging out with friends.
Baking. What do you like to bake?
I love baking cake pops. That's like my major thing that I do.
How often do you bake those?
Usually when somebody puts an order in, I'm like, hey, yeah, I'll do it. And then if I have extras, I'll let it be known on Facebook and people will buy them.
A little side hustle.
Yeah.
So if you're not eating your cake pops, what is your guilty midnight snack?
Definitely ice cream.
What kind of ice cream?
Birthday cake.
From where?
Happy Joe's only.
Okay, and that's the only place you'll get it, though?
Yes.
Okay.
It's one in a kind.
We are getting close to the holidays. What is your favorite thing about the holidays?
My favorite thing about the holidays is spending time with my family and giving them their presents that I want to open myself because they're so amazing.
Did you have a favorite gift or something you had growing up?
I feel like my gifts have always been good. It's just whatever I was into at that age, it was my favorite thing that I've received.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Lejah, thanks for going off the cuff.
Thank you.
That is our show for tonight. We'd like to thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next week for the Score Sunday.